Please show my guest today is Tracy Poisner, and we're going to talk about a really interesting topic today. Tracy, how are you, and what is our topic?
Well, I wanted to talk about why people unconsciously procrastinate their personal growth. Like, I'll wait, I'm not quite ready for greatness right now. And, maybe like in a couple of months, I'll be ready to tackle that. Or like I can see myself there 5 years from now, but that's not for me right now, right? Like, does that ring with
No,
you?
it totally does because ultimately, what's our next phase? What's our next phase of growth? Like, if we're as a company, as an individual brand, I don't think I'm ready for a podcast yet. I got to wait a little longer. Or you know what? I'm not ready yet to go prime time. I got to get some more things to go. That
Going
happens all
prime
the
time.
time.
That's it exactly, right? You think that next year you'll be somehow different than you are now, and you'll be like readier. It's like what you just said, not ready for prime time. Like I think we hold ourselves back from a kind of exponential experience of personal growth out of some fear that maybe like the G forces are gonna kill you or something, like that it's too fast. And we're afraid of going too fast. We
Yeah,
really are. I mean, that was
I,
a thing,
I,
right? When the
yeah.
car came out, right? That like people were afraid that they would be annihilated by the speed of it because they'd only ever ridden on a horse.
Yeah, and let's kind of delve into this really quickly. I already think about this is that people will do other activities instead of the bottom line that needs to bring results for their business. They'll constantly do certain things. I know you talk about procrastination and professional development, but part of that professional development is, oh, I'm going to try this program. I'm going to try this instead of, hey, go out and get your product sold. Go out and get your service sold. Quit with the excuses of trying something different and do it.
Yeah, yeah. And there's something about growing, like actually growing yourself as a person and your business, where you want to kind of hang on to your life jacket, like this, here's the fallback. Like I can always come back and stay as I am. And you can grow incrementally like that, but you cannot grow exponentially like that. Exponential growth requires you to throw away the life jacket. You can't go through the wormhole hanging onto your life jacket. And that's really scary for people. So, a lot of times we're unconsciously hanging on, like we're unconsciously throwing breadcrumbs down so we can find our way back. If we like get lost in the huge expanse of what's in front of us.
100%.
And it's a scary thing to it's a scary thing to grow exponentially because you are by definition changing so much and so fast as a person. And this has to do with our human concept of time being linear and being broken into minutes or days or months or whatever that we conceptualize. But basically, exponential growth is really a question of kind of ego death and rebirth, right? Like you have to very quickly become the new person who is hosting this much bigger enterprise that you have. And uh, it's, ego death is not a pretty thing, but that's what we're talking about in this world and how to manage it. So like that's where I work. That's exactly where I work, is
Oh, yeah.
helping executives and business owners, in particular creatives, artists, to manage the the G forces of this kind of exponential growth to get there now. And we there now has a bad rap, wanting something quickly. We're all raised and conditioned to value patience and waiting and giving it time and letting it percolate and let me think about it.
Right.
But there is a lot of value in bringing something towards you now so that then you get to build on it now and not lose all of that time when you know what's waiting for you. um, you could be standing there now and moving forward from that place without losing time. And time is something that we can't get back. You know, you have a limited lifetime on this planet. So for people who want to make the most of it, really make the most of it and find out what they're made of and see their true potential, there is that urgency to it.
There is a huge urgency, and it's because a lot of times we'll give up and we'll move backwards and we'll go back right to where we started. And I think that what you do with your technology, as I'll finish up this program, is something that will keep you from not doing that. Because a lot of times we get started on something, we're on our way, and then we just go back to the same thing again.
Yeah, definitely. Like this is or the way that I work, the alchemical blends that I create to help people, to support people in this process, they create a permanent shift. So there is no going back. And the changes that happen, the personal changes, the specifically people are very afraid of changes in their relationships when they are going to, you know, become someone new, and your partner, your relatives, your close friends might not be on the same journey as you know, like that's a big fear to what am I going to lose? What is at stake with this kind of growth, right? We have to ask ourselves those kind of questions, and you have to prioritize your values and decide what's important to you. Um, so yeah, the slipping back is a function of not being ready, not being ready to, you can catch a glimpse of it, but you can't hang on to it. So that's where you need this kind of, you need this kind of extra support that locks this change into your physical body, right into your cells, so that it's who you are. It's not an idea that you have. It's actually who you physically are.
Okay. Where is the best place people can find information on you, Tracy?
At tracypoisner.com.
All right. Appreciate it, Tracy. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Neil.
You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show.